I want to get, I want to end this session getting this out. Like I want this to happen during this session with Marcela. What do you want to get out of this time with me?
So, I would like to feel better when supporting him, you know,
Okay.
because
Okay.
I feel like I cannot properly support him because I am experiencing my own pain. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. And for the other ones, Rhonda, Andrea, Diana, everybody else, it's important that you guys are here because I'm going to coach you, all of you, through my time with Kyla. So we are going to do things differently than what we've been doing the last weeks. We are going to be more involved in the coaching process, meaning that I'm going to ask Kyla questions, and those questions go for you as well. And if you want to open up the microphone, you can interject as well and talk, okay? Before we move there, for any of you, do you feel the same way when it comes to the developmental transition that you're facing right now? That your own perception and traumas and needs are getting in the way of showing up the way that you want to show up for your kids? Shamir say yes. Diana
Yes,
say yes.
definitely.
Okay. Andrea say yes. Okay. So this is going to be beneficial for all of us here. So Kalia, you said that you want to better support him at that time. That's your goal.
Yeah.
And you want to the if you were to narrow down an intention for this time, a realistic intention, do you want to end with a lot more clarity about what's taking you to react, or what was the more narrowed down intention?
Mm, I think it would be, yeah, understanding my reaction, or like maybe even like anticipating my reaction so I can be calm
Okay.
when it comes, right?
Okay. Anticipating my reaction and understanding my reaction. Are you able to anticipate your reaction?
Some Sometimes it depends on the situation, right?
Okay.
Like for example, yesterday I was giving him a bath, and he had some poo left on his body because he was holding it, right? And it went very smoothly. I was like, look, you don't have to hold it. You're hurting yourself. I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to clean up, right? And he was like, no, I don't want you to touch me. It's very painful. And that just, I almost cried with him, you know? But I like kind of thought, I am the parent, okay? Right? So I just like, you can trust me. And he was like, okay. And it was a very hard moment for both of us, really, right? Because he was in a lot of pain and he was feeling very vulnerable, I want to say, right? Letting me clean him up. And then I told him, like, I risked a little bit, and I told him, like, look, when I was a little girl, this used to happen to me. Okay. I
Mm-hmm.
know what you're feeling. I know it's uncomfortable. I know it's painful. I know you don't want to get cleaned up, but if I don't clean you up, it's going to be worse tomorrow.
Mm.
Right?
I want to stop there, Kalia, because I love this. And I want to repeat it for everybody here. It's not about getting our children to not feel the discomfort. Like, how would I say this? It's not about, because a lot of the times we don't want them to feel uncomfortable. So we, in an unconscious, like in a way to for them to feel better, we unconsciously gaslight them, such as, no, it's not like you're gonna feel better. Like if you go to the party right now, you're gonna feel better. Just go. Like try to go. Like we get pushy and controlling and deny their experience. We gaslight them in an unconscious way, trying to get them out of their discomfort. So do you feel like that sometimes, all of you, Shamir,
Yes.
Monica, Diana? You can't turn on your microphones. It's fine, or your cameras. We're all
Yes.
here talking. And I wanted to stop there, Kalia, because that's something that I see you're doing right. You're doing awesome. You are not controlling him, trying to push him to get out of the discomfort, because this is uncomfortable for me. You started with, I see you, I understand you, I see this is uncomfortable, and I relate to you. That creates a container of safety between you and your son. So I like hearing that. Now, where I really want to go is to the part where you say, I'm so reactive. What takes you there? Just walk me through what takes you to that point of reactivity, and what happens when you are reactive.
So, for example, frustration that he's still withholding poop after all the work we have done, right? And I mean, we as a family, right? With him, he individually, me, my husband, like everything that has happened around that. Yeah, I think mainly frustration, sometimes even anger, right? Of
Okay.
why is this happening? Why can't we get past this stage, right? The other day we had a terrible reaction with him. Like, we came back from a
So when you are in
yeah.
that frustrated energy, and you're telling yourself, why can't we pass this stage? When you are in that headspace, what's your response to your son?
Sometimes, like, I would yell, for example, right? Why wouldn't you tell me you needed to go to potty? I have been offering you for the past, I don't know, hour, right? And then he would go like, Mom, I want to be a clean boy. I want to really go to potty, but I couldn't tell you, or I didn't feel comfortable, right? And that gets us into this horrible cycle where I feel bad, he feels bad, everybody's feeling bad, you know? And we're not making any progress. Like yesterday was a good day, but we have not so many good days also, right? Like, I would say, why are you doing these? And even if I know he's not doing it to me, right? He's also uncomfortable and he's also feeling bad. But I will tell him, like, you should have gone to the party, you should have let me know. And then when he breaks, I want to say, he goes like, I am sorry, I really wanted to do it, I didn't know how to do it, I was busy playing. And sometimes it takes me too long to get out of my angry state.
Okay.
So not giving him security because he's where I am very angry or sad or everything together.
I am angry, I am sad, I am everything together. Thank you for your vulnerability. Please, ladies, offer Kalia support in the chat. And I'm very curious for all of you. Do you relate a little bit to the developmental transition that you're trying to do, or something that you want to overcome, and it gets to that point of anger and frustration? You're like, oh, why can't we get past this? And then you're like, ah, but they're not doing it to me. I know they're not doing it to me.
I totally relate. My son, he's the oldest. I have 3 girls, and my son's the oldest. And when we were potty training, he would pee all over the house. He would just pee in the corner. We had 3 toilets in the house. He would pee everywhere except the toilet. And we finally got out of it. That was around 3 years old. He told he's going to be 9 in November. Sometime around last year, he started peeing in the corner. Not even last year. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. It feels like a lot. a few months ago, he started peeing in the corner again. Instead of just getting up and going to the bathroom, he's peeing on my floor. And he's an 8-year-old. And I'm like, you're too big for this. What are you doing? I don't flip out if you have an accident at night. What I did with the accidents, because he did start bedwetting again, I just set the cutoff time for drinks at 6 o'clock. No more drinks at 5:30, 6 o'clock, the latest. And the bedwetting stopped. But then if he does have to go to the bathroom, he wakes up, but he will still pee in the corner. And one day, like, I flipped out, just like you said, I just like, what is wrong with you? Why are you doing this? We've already been through this. And like, I screamed so loud, I hurt my throat.
I highlighted, you said, you're too big for this. I have one too that I have to share here because I relate to you as well, Alia and Shamir. My autistic son has big feeding challenges. He goes to feeding therapy. And one day, as often, he put something in his mouth and he spit it out. And I said, why can't you just eat normal? And I was already your parenting coach when that happened. So it is of humans to get to that point. And as well, there is a story behind us getting to that point. And that's where I want to get with you, Kalia. Because that story behind comes with a fear, a big fear. I'm going to ask you a vulnerable question. And the intention is to reveal what's that big fear driving your reactivity. Let's just say that nothing changes. And 1 year from now, we're with this same conversation. What do you fear could happen between, and I'm not talking about him medically, between you and your son, in your relationship with him? Because medically, we don't know.
So really my biggest fear is that he will, first, between him and I, that we strain our relationship with this poop issue, because I can see his little eyes of fear or disappointment, and we work so hard as mothers. We all do. Like when you have these small, I don't know if it's small, but these situations, and you just see like all the work crumbles behind you,
And then, like we made baby, like we have baby steps. We already
exactly.
put a brick on top of the other, and then this tower fell.
Because he's scared or he doesn't feel my support, or that is my main fear, that this will create a negative relationship between us, where I am not his secure spot, right? That is my main fear when I am reactive to him.
Okay, I think I know how to help you now. In this, Shamir, could you please turn off your microphone if you're not interacting here?
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. So this is what I see here. Your fear is, if this keeps happening, our relationship is going to be strained. And then you relate a lot your efficiency or your performance as a parent on him having progress in his withholding poop issue. If he regresses, or if he's struggling to move past that, then that means all this work that I've been doing is for nothing. Then I have not been doing my job. I see you agreeing.
Yes.
And I want to zero in, I want to focus on that, because that's basically was taking you to react. The frustration is not coming from your son struggling with the issue he has. The frustration is coming from your belief that if he progresses in that, I'm doing a good job as a parent, and if he doesn't, I'm doing a bad job, and what I've done is wasted. Okay? And I want to remind you what we talked about in the developmental transitions class. Our job as parents is to be with our children through their process. And it's his process. It's his progress. It is his regression. It is not yours. And what takes them to overcome that particular issue, it's his process. And you are then there with him. It's not in your control when he's making progress and how long it takes him to get out of that issue. And it's not even your job to control the progress. Your only job is to be with him through the process for how long it takes for him to overcome the issue. And that's what I see the root of your reactivity is. That you're trying to control his process and his progress. And we've done this for so long. And how come you're still regressing? I saw you, like yesterday you went and now you're not going again. Like we took 2 steps and now 2 steps back. That means I'm not doing a good job.
Like I think I am not giving him the proper tools to progress.
I'm not giving him the proper tools. Okay, so this is how we solve this. Number one, and this goes for me. I'm preaching to myself here as well. Because we gave birth to these precious babies. There is a pressure from society, and there is some kind of like inside belief that we should be able to know what to do with our kids. And that withhold us from thinking that the answer might not be in us. And I say it to myself because it took me a long time to access feeding help for my son. And I'm going to say it to you, and I already said it to myself, and I already said it to another client yesterday. Your son needing therapy is not a sign that you failed him. My son needing feeding therapy is not a sign that I failed him. Because sometimes the answer is outside of us. You said, I feel I don't have the tools. I don't have the tools. The tools might not be in you. They might not come from you, but from a trained professional that went to school many years to help kids with toilet anxiety. So there are some needs that we can meet in our children, and there are some other needs that we cannot meet. And we need that professional to help us meet that need. And our position is just to be with them through their process for as long as it takes, regardless of what the outcome is.
Yeah, I think that happens to me in all the aspects, you know? It's very difficult not to measure your parenting with the success of your kid.
So to wrap up, seek professional help for him.
Yeah.
Okay. And for you, if you like, parenting coaching is a great way to go.
Yeah.
You can get it here in the Secure Parent Collective. Here, it is not a deep process. I see that there are deep things in you that might need to be processed in a coaching process. If you want to access private coaching, all you have to do is DM Ana Sofia or Maria Arenas, the members of my team right now. DM them your name, phone number, and email, and we will contact you and get you with one of our advisors, where you're going to get a free assessment call. And then we will explain to you how we can help you in coaching with you. So you can be the secure parent and the strong foundation through this very hard process, as he gets help with his psychotherapist or his pediatrician or psychiatrist. I don't know the professional that is going to help him.
Okay. Yes. Thank you, Marcela.
You're welcome. For everybody else, we have 10 more minutes. If you need support, raise your hand. Or if you want to say something about what we went through with Kalia. If you want to talk about your own experience, or if you want to ask a question, whatever it is, go ahead.
I just want to offer Kalia encouragement and just say, you know, you're doing a really good job, and don't beat yourself up, because we all do it. And it's really hard. That's a really hard thing to deal with. Like, I thought pee was bad, but poop, I would probably lose my mind. And I'm just, so, you know, you're still doing great. You said, even just yesterday, you gave your son love and identified with him, and, you know, opened up and said, hey, I went through this. That's awesome, because that's really, really hard. And even more kudos to you, because you're here and you're trying. And so I just wanted to offer that encouragement. And thank you also for sharing that, because that's very, you know, have to be very vulnerable to do that. And it's private, and it's hurtful, and it's emotional. And so, yeah, that's all I had.
Yeah.
Girl, back home.
It is hard. It is hard. Diana, you said that you cried. Could you please open your microphone? I want to know your experience, if it's okay to share. You said, yes, literally cry with you. It's so frustrating. Maybe Diana is not close by. I don't know. Diana, are you there? Yoo-hoo. Maybe she's not close by. Okay, so we have 8 more minutes of this session. If you need parenting support, if you want to share anything, I'm here. I'm here available for you. You start talking or raise your hand. You guys are quiet today. I bet maybe you're feeling great in your parenting.
I do have questions, but I feel like there's a lot of, I haven't gone through any of my modules yet. And I literally, because one of the moderators, they DM me. And so now I know that it's in Kajabi. I've always been having a hard time like getting into my browser. And so I have the Kajabi, and now I'm in there. Like, I was just looking at it. So I'm going to go through some things before I start like asking questions that you probably already answered, you know, in the information.
But I'm here. I mean, why to wait if I'm here?
That's true. I guess my thing, I only had 6 minutes. So I have 2 things I'm dealing with my older 2. My oldest girl, she's 6, and she's very, very sensitive, very sensitive. And she's in 1st grade, and her teacher, she comes home and says her teacher is mean. So I reach out to the teacher through Class Dojo, and I talk to her. You know, I don't flat out say, hey, my daughter says you're mean, because that's kind of, like I said, my daughter's sensitive. So if you tell her no to something, she might call that mean. So I'm not in her experience. So I'm not here to invalidate her. and I also want to be supportive. So I guess my biggest thing is like I don't like how to navigate that. I have an upcoming conference with the teacher, and from my experience with her, having met her, is that she is very stern, which is not like me on a regular basis. Like, yeah, I will yell. Like once I get like I have to like it builds up for me. But for the most part, I'm not like very
That's not
stern
your
with my
parenting
children.
style. Yelling is
Yeah,
not your
so
parenting style.
and I've been teaching them, I've been homeschooling them up until now. So it's very different for her. And I've been permissive parenting, to be very honest. I did not, because of how I was raised, I wanted just to be the opposite. But I realized that what I was doing wasn't really conscious parenting or gentle parenting. It was just permissive parenting, like basically let them do whatever. And that's also not what I wanted to do. So I'm just in this place with her. Like, I don't really know. I want to be supportive. I want her to know I have her back no matter what. Part of me is like, maybe I should just pull her out of school and have her homeschool again. But I also don't want to teach her like to just run away from problems in life. So I don't really know what to do with that.
I don't want a teacher to run away from problems in life. And then she's saying that she is mean, and you've seen that teacher yell at the kids, right?
I've never seen her yell. I've seen her just use a very stern tone. Like
Okay.
back to school night, not even back to school night. I don't know what it was called, but basically we had like a tour of the school to see what the children were doing. And we went to their classes, and then the teacher basically broke down like what they're learning, what they're doing, and how the day goes, etc. And my daughter and another student, what they were talking, and she said to them, Callie, my daughter's Callie, Alyssa, you guys find something quietly to do. But it was just her tone. It was just very stern, very strong, but it was just a strong tone. It wasn't a yell. So
How do you know that's what she finds it mean? Did she say it is because she yells?
yeah, she literally just says my teacher's mean. And that's what I said, well, what's mean? Oh, she yells at the class when we're not listening. And so I did when I told her, excuse me, she's trying to feed. I just gonna put it like that. But I said to the teacher, Callie, she asked about her first day. I said, I'm not sure how much she likes it. She said that you had to yell at the class to get them to listen. And the teacher denied yelling. And this was last month sometime, but she's still saying the same exact thing. And the school is small, so there's not another class that I can like transition her to. There's only one first grade. There's one class for each grade level because the school is that small.
Okay, so it is important for children to feel safe in the classroom.
Yes.
And your daughter already manifested that she doesn't feel safe. So would you allow me to share what I would do?
Yes,
just
please.
as a parent?
Yes.
Okay, so I will have a conversation with the teachers, focus on my child's needs. Okay?
Yes.
My child has expressed that she doesn't feel safe in the classroom because of the tone of voice when you are redirecting her. How can what idea or what plan can we put in place so my daughter feels emotionally safe in the classroom, especially during the time that she needs to be redirected because she's not listening? She doesn't do well with stern tone. What can we do instead? And have the teacher give you ideas and come up with a plan. The plan might be that the teacher will develop a body cue with the kids when she needs them to listen to her. So instead of like, hey guys, listen to me, she could maybe develop a body cue that every time she does taps her head, then the kids listen, turn around, or she can start singing a song